Hey again, everybody. Ronan Powell here from Powell Business Leadership. Just want to do a quick follow-up on yesterday's yesterday's video, which was about, it was around the whole question that I often get asked, what do you say to women who wait until they're certain or until they're fully sure of their ability, of their abilities before putting themselves forward for a role, for a leadership role, or to start a business or something. So in that, I spoke a bit about, I guess, my take on it and sharing what I've learned working with women who are in leadership roles and running businesses. And I spoke about the energy side of it, so the masculine and the feminine energy. And that's the bit that I just want to elaborate on a little bit more today, because I realized it just kind of dawned on me later on that it's such a big topic. It's definitely hard to put it in a soundbite, but hard to do it justice in a short video. So I didn't want the masculine feminine bit to sound esoteric, so just it's actually not. So just to elaborate a little bit, also if you haven't seen the first one, go back and watch it. I will relabel it. I'll call it part one. I'll relabel it when I finish this video, and hopefully that will help. So what I was talking about was the masculine energy being more penetrative and the feminine energy being more receptive. The masculine energy being more kind of go out there, get it done. The feminine energy being more creative, more intuitive, more allowing the flow to take place. Both are strong in different ways. So what I wanted to just cover off here was, although to generalize, most women are their dominant energy is feminine, and most men, their dominant energy is masculine. We both, like men also have feminine sides and women also have masculine sides. So whatever is dominant is the one that you will be more, I suppose, congruent to it. So how does it relate to business? And I think this is also another key piece that prevents women from putting themselves forward, and also feminine men. So if, for example, business is perceived as being masculine, okay, it's male dominated, it's, all the talk about, boards being male dominated, leadership teams being male dominated, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not actually going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about just business itself being masculine, meaning it's penetrative, it's out there, it's producing in the physical world, whereas the feminine energy is more the creative force. So I think this is a key piece as to where people who have a dominant feminine energy lose some of their power, not because it's been taken away, but because they shift out of their natural state and their congruent self, their naturally strong state. So let's say if a woman who's feminine, okay, so the odds are that a woman's going to be dominantly feminine as an energy, enters into the business world. If the business world is masculine, which let's say it is, right? It's probably a more masculine energy business generally. And so let's say you've got a woman who's more feminine entering into that world. The natural inclination is for the woman to try and be more masculine. And that is where sometimes they give up their power. Because, and again, I'm learning this from my own clients. Hopefully it's obvious I'm not a woman, but most of my clients are. So I'm learning it that way, as well as, I suppose, merging it with my understandings of energy and working in that space, as well as business. So if business is masculine, and if women are predominantly of a feminine nature, then the tendency for women when they enter into that realm, that domain of business, is to think, oh, I've got to be masculine, I've got to be strong here, I've got to be, I've got to toughen up, and I've got to step up, and I've got to front up, and I've got to, tell them what's what, all that kind of thing. The truth is, you're going to be most strong when you're most yourself. So there are plenty of people who are dominant feminine, let's say they're like 60 to 80% feminine and the remainder being masculine as their natural state, who do brilliant in business and who are executives, and I'm working with some of them, and they don't fake being masculine, because as soon as they fake being masculine, they actually go off balance as a person, because it's not who they are. Okay, so this is really important. So, and it's pure paradox. So even for a feminine woman to do well in a masculine business world, she'll do better if she remains feminine, because that power is a very strong power. The feminine power is actually stronger than the male power, if you want to talk about it in terms of power, as it often is in the media. You know, like something that's rigid and solid and doesn't bend can snap, whereas something that's fluid and flows like water can go anywhere and basically has strength that can't be snapped. So that energy is extremely strong. And more than that, one of the reasons it's strong is because if you are feminine and you allow that to flow, you'll be more likable. And if you're masculine and you shut that down and try and be really, really feminine, you actually won't be respected either by male or female as much as you will if you're being masculine. So you can have strong masculinity tempered by, I suppose, an awakened femininity, and you can have strong femininity also tempered or enhanced by an owned masculinity. So kind of be who you are. So be your nature in all the environments that you're in, but utilize both forces. And the closer you go to utilizing them in their natural proportions to how you are, the more influential you'll be, and the more effective you'll be, and the more likable you will be. We really like people who shine, and people shine when they're being naturally themselves. And kind of people, you kind of sense something about someone if they're trying to be somebody other than who they are. So that's it really. That's the piece I wanted to add on, because it's so important. And I think when I've spoken about this before with people who are dominantly feminine, so obviously mostly women, being some men as well, when they make peace with that, they kind of just step into themselves, and they own themselves, and they're okay, and they do well, they do fine. And if you're feminine and you step into masculine, you try and be really strong. If you do that, there's a tendency for that energy to kind of come up and go, oh, well, I'm being challenged, I need to challenge back. Whereas if you're naturally strong and as feminine, there's no need for that to be challenged, and so you can actually get more done. So maybe just think about this. Happy to take questions, comments, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully this is taken the way it's meant, which is with respect, and with an intention to help, and that's it really. So this is part 2 to yesterday's, which is part 1. I will go back and label it now. Hope it serves you well, hope it helps. I'm enjoying these videos, hope you're enjoying watching them, and I look forward to the next one, and talk soon.